Colorado, we have learned, is losing businesses and jobs at an alarming rate. Now the ones who have stuck around are calling on state leaders to make some changes before things get worse. The Colorado Chamber of Commerce did release some data, the latest data since 2019, and it shows 98 companies have either left the state, expanded elsewhere, or scrapped plans to move here. Since 2022, Colorado also had a net loss of 34 public company headquarters. That has resulted in more than 13,000 lost jobs. Some of the states seeing gains from Colorado's losses include Texas, California, North Carolina. Well, business leaders sent a letter to the governor and other politicians calling for change. Your political reporter, Sean Boyd, is the only TV reporter to interview the governor about that letter and joins us right now with his reaction. Alarming numbers, Sean.
Right, and the governor, he agreed with that letter. He even signed on to the letter. The Colorado Chamber of Commerce has been sounding an alarm for years about excessive regulations, slowing job growth, and a soaring cost of living. Last year, more people moved out rather than into Colorado. So how did we get here? Business leaders say negative rhetoric from political leaders is partly to blame.
More than 200 business and civic leaders signed the letter that warns of dire consequences if Colorado doesn't become a more welcoming place for job creators.
We're going to be hurting Coloradans not just now, but the next generation after that, and we just want to course correct.
Tech entrepreneur and investor Dan Caruso led the letter that calls for a bipartisan 20-year strategy aimed at making Colorado the premier tech and innovation state.
Certain states are winning and other states are losing. And let's make no mistake about it, we're in the losing camp right now.
He sat there beside you instead and called us a losing state. Well, how does that make you feel?
Well, we disagree on some of that, as I said. I mean, we're
going to be a winning state,
yeah.
Right?
While U.S. News and World Report found Colorado is the 11th best state for business, down from 4th best in 2022, a study by the Colorado Chamber found we are also the 6th most regulated state.
Have we gone too far in some areas on regulation?
The lack of predictability is absolutely a problem, not knowing what comes next. I think it speaks to more than just the legislature. It goes to the fact that people can put things on the ballot, and sometimes they can pass.
Are there things you could have done differently?
This is not about one issue or one bill. This is about a vision, diagnostics, and solutions that really speak to the entire issue of making Colorado the most competitive state and the best state to do business.
The governor and Caruso say that starts with changing the rhetoric coming from some Democratic leaders.
Every time I look at a Twitter post from one of our, and I know they're just following their party line, but it's like when tech leaders see that and they're trying to figure out where do we want to invest, where do we want to be, they just cross Colorado off the list.
In addition to the governor, the letter was sent to Democratic gubernatorial candidates Michael Bennet and Phil Weiser.
One of the reasons you signed this letter is so that you can leave a roadmap for your successor?
That's a good way to put it. That's a very good way to put it. A vision that hopefully goes well beyond my time as governor, well even beyond the next person's time as governor, to really, because I care deeply about Colorado. I've started businesses here, and maybe I will in the future. And I want to make sure that this is the best place to do business in the country.
The letter also recommends an honest assessment of factors impacting our competitiveness. A bill led by the Colorado Chamber and supported by the governor will require state agencies review their rules and regulations every 5 years and do a cost-benefit analysis. The Chamber says 45% of state regulations are duplicative or redundant. While Colorado has lost a lot of businesses, it's worth noting 25 businesses announced expansions last year that are expected to create more than 6,700 new jobs. So a bit of good news, too. But, you know, the letter warns that once a state becomes known as an anti-business state, turning that around, changing the trajectory becomes very difficult.
Yeah, really need to market that, too, right? Really think it all through and figure out ways to bring in new businesses and new jobs. Sean, thank you.